I shouldn't be telling you this, but some secrets burn too heavy to keep. My name's Claire Parker. I'm 28, a literature teacher at Westbridge High. People think I'm calm, collected, the kind of woman who has her life together. They don't know that 2 years ago, I lost the man I was supposed to marry. They don't know I promised myself I'd never fall in love again. And I never imagined that the first person to make my heart race again would be sitting in the third row of my classroom. His name was Ethan, and the day he walked into my life, everything I thought I knew about myself, about love, about right and wrong, started to fall apart. I still remember that morning. The autumn air was cool, carrying the smell of rain. The hallway buzzed with students, all laughing and rushing to their classes. When Ethan stepped into my classroom, a gust of wind followed him, pushing a few dry leaves across the floor. He wasn't the loud, confident type. He had this quiet charm, the kind that makes you notice him without even trying. He smiled awkwardly when our eyes met. It lasted just a second, but somehow I forgot to breathe. I shook it off immediately. He was just another student, nothing more. I had built walls around my heart, and I wasn't going to let anyone break them again. Or so I thought. For weeks, I kept things professional. I focused on my lessons, buried myself in grading papers, avoided small talk. But Ethan was different. He stayed after class with questions about essays, then about books I loved, then about music, coffee, the little things no one had asked me in a long time. He was curious about me. That was dangerous. One late afternoon, the classroom was almost empty. Rain tapped against the windows as I marked homework. I didn't hear him come in until he spoke. "Miss Parker," his voice was soft. I looked up. He stood at the door, his hair damp from the rain. "I've forgot your umbrella," I said, trying to sound casual. "I don't mind the rain," he replied, stepping closer. There was something in his eyes, gentle, searching, as if he wanted to understand the silence I carried inside. I asked if he needed help with his essay. He shook his head. "Not really. I wanted to thank you for believing in me. No one else does." His words hit me harder than I expected. That night, I lay awake thinking about them. Over the next few weeks, he became impossible to ignore. He started leaving small notes on my desk with quotes from novels. He stayed late after everyone left, helping me stack chairs or erase the board. It wasn't dramatic. It was quiet, gentle, but it made the walls I'd built around my heart begin to crack. Then came the field trip to the Old Town Library, the turning point. The bus ride was long. Ethan sat next to me. He asked if I liked poetry, then played an old song through his headphones. It was a song my late fiancé used to hum. The memory hit me so hard, I turned to the window to hide the tears. He noticed. "Are you okay?" he asked softly. "I'm fine," I lied. That was the moment I realized I was in trouble. After that day, keeping my distance felt impossible. I noticed how he looked at me. Not like a student looks at a teacher, but like someone who saw me, not just the woman who stood at the front of the class. One evening, sunlight streamed through the blinds as he stayed behind again. "I know you're trying to keep things professional," he said quietly, "but I can't stop thinking about you." My heart raced. I should have told him to leave, reminded him of the rules. Instead, I stood there frozen. "I'm older than you," I whispered finally. "It's wrong. It can't happen." His reply was soft, steady. "Then tell me to stop caring." I couldn't. That night, an unspoken thread formed between us, fragile but real. Just as our hearts drew closer, something happened that almost tore us apart. A week before winter break, I found an anonymous letter in my mailbox. It read, "You think your secrets will stay buried. Ethan deserves the truth." My hands trembled as I read it. No one at school knew about my past, about the car accident that killed my fiancé, about how I blamed myself for it. It was the reason I had locked my heart away, the reason I believed I didn't deserve happiness. Someone knew, and they were threatening to expose me. I began to pull away from Ethan. I avoided his gaze, stopped answering his questions, acted as if nothing had ever changed. I hoped he'd lose interest, that it would save him from the pain of knowing who I really was. But Ethan wasn't blind. One snowy evening, he found me in the library, staring at the same page of a book I wasn't even reading. "Why are you avoiding me?" he asked, breaking the silence. "I'm not," I lied. He stepped closer. "Did I do something wrong?" I shook my head, but tears betrayed me. "I'm not the person you think I am. I'm not someone you should care about." "Then tell me the truth," he said gently. "Whatever it is, I can handle it." So I told him everything. About the night of the accident, about the guilt that haunted me every day. I expected him to walk away. Instead, after a long pause, he said, "You think that makes you unworthy of love? Because to me, it just makes you human." For the first time in years, the weight on my chest felt lighter. But the anonymous letters didn't stop. One morning, the principal called me into her office. Someone had reported seeing Ethan leave my classroom late in the evenings. Whispers started spreading in the hallways. I almost resigned that day. But Ethan came to see me after school, snowflakes caught in his hair, his eyes full of determination. "Let them talk," he said. "We've done nothing wrong, and I'm not afraid of fighting for you." I realized then that love isn't about being fearless. It's about standing together even when the world tries to pull you apart. On the last day before winter break, our literature class gathered for a small celebration. Ethan handed me a gift, a worn-out copy of my favorite childhood novel with a note inside. "For the woman who taught me that words can save people, the same way you saved me." When the bell rang and students left, I stayed behind, holding that book like it was a lifeline. For once, I allowed myself to smile without guilt. I still don't know who sent those letters. Maybe it doesn't matter anymore. What mattered was that after years of shutting the world out, I finally let someone in. As winter melted into spring, Ethan graduated. On the day of the ceremony, he found me near the auditorium steps, the crowd cheering behind us. He didn't say much, just leaned closer and whispered, "Now we can stop pretending." For the first time, I let myself believe that maybe, just maybe, love had been waiting for me all along, disguised as a boy who once asked me about my favorite coffee.